everyone, welcome to today's lesson. Our topic for today is on faith in God, and at the end of the lesson we should be able to narrate the story of Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego, and as well discuss how the men demonstrated faith in God and their miraculous deliverance. Remember, I said that the topic is on faith in God, faith and courage, and you can get that from Daniel chapter 3 from verse 1 to 30. What do I mean by faith? Faith is defined as the assurance hoped for. It is the conviction that produces in a man courage, firmness, and total confidence in God. What am I trying to say here? That the word faith here means a strong belief in God, that He is able of helping us to overcome all our problems and obstacles in life, so that we can improve on our spiritual, moral, and material status. Faith recognizes the fact that God is omnipotent, meaning that God is all powerful. We are talking about faith in God, and in this story we are going to talk about the three Hebrew men in Babylon, that is Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego, how they got their deliverance while in Babylon. So here in the picture we have the King Nebuchadnezzar and the three Hebrew women. Remember, King Nebuchadnezzar conquered Jerusalem twice. He destroyed Solomon's temple and took many Jews captives, which lasted about 70 years. So it was during this period that he chose young men with most potential and had them schooled in the wisdom of Babylon. So among them were Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. So the three Hebrew men in Babylon were named Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, but they were better known by the names Nebuchadnezzar gave them as Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. So shortly after appointing them to positions of power, Nebuchadnezzar made a massive golden statue of himself, erected at the plain of Dura during the 18th year of his rule, and commanded people to bow down and worship it at the sound of some music, or else be thrown into a furnace. But the three Hebrew men refused to bow down to that statue he gave them. So Nebuchadnezzar gave them the second chance, but they refused because they dedicated themselves to the worship of their own God. I'm talking about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They refused to bow to the statue made by King Nebuchadnezzar because of the faith they had in God. So they refused to bow to the statue. As you can see from the picture, you can see others here bowing to the statue, and you can see the three refusing the order of the king. So when others noticed what they were doing, they reported them to the king, and when the king asked them a question, what was the question? That what God could deliver them from his hands, and they replied him that their God could, that it is only their God that could do deliver them from King Nebuchadnezzar's hand. And this their reply got the king angry, that he commanded his servants to make the furnace 7 times hotter for the three Hebrew men. So he commanded the servants to make the furnace 7 times hotter and throw the three Hebrew men in it. So the furnace was so hot that even the men who threw them were burnt to death. As you can see from the picture, you can see them here. The furnace was so hot because it was made 7 times hotter. It was so hot that the people that threw the 3 Hebrew men got burnt instantly. So, but to the king's amazement, while they were still in the fiery furnace, the 3 Hebrew men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, to the king's amazement, the king saw 4 young men unbound, walking in the what? In the fire. So because of what the king saw, he called them out of the furnace and gave an order that the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego should be served, and anyone who violates the order should be cut to pieces and his house be destroyed. In addition to that, he promoted the 3 Hebrew men in the province of what? Babylon. As you can see how their faith worked for them. They had the faith in God. That was why they refused to obey the king's order. That was why they refused to worship any other god apart from their own God, the omnipotent one who is all powerful. And they stick to their faith, and their faith saw them through. So this is the story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, how they proved their faith in Babylon. So having known this story, what are the lessons to learn in this story? Lessons to learn. 1. Faithfulness leads to salvation and blessings, just like the 3 Hebrew men did. They had the faith, and their faith led to their salvation and blessings. At the end of it all, they were promoted in the province of Babylon. So faithfulness leads to salvation and what? Blessings. 2. Loyalty to one's religion. You have to stick to your religion, be loyal to your religion, just like the 3 Hebrew men did. They were loyal to their religion. They were loyal to their own God, to their creator. And their God saw them through. 3. The God and religion of the Jews were accepted and respected. Remember before, they disrespected the religion of the Jews and their God. But when Nebuchadnezzar saw what happened in the fiery furnace, that the men were walking freely unbound, so he was surprised. That made him to give an order that the God of the Jews and their religion should be what? Respected and accepted. Then the last one here is faith and courage in the work of the Lord. Yes, you have to have faith and also have the courage in the work of the Lord. Thank you so much for paying attention to this topic. See you some other time. Bye.